What is up, everybody? This is FNH News Reviews and Tutorial with a brand new video talk about how you can live stream on YouTube 24/7. So I know a lot of you people saw my PewDiePie video on PewDiePie versus T-Series when I was live streaming it and asked a few questions on how I did that, and I was like, you know what, because it was actually tough to even find it how I did it myself. So I'm gonna make like a two-story tutorial or two-part kind of tutorial where I discuss like the first way on how you can do it, on where you can do it, and the second on the software I specifically use, and basically a suggestion to that software and how to use that software, because even that I had to figure out on my own how to basically use the software. It's OBS Studio, by the way, if you don't already know. It's a free software. You can easily find it online. Even when I go to the second video, I'll leave the links for that in the description below. So there's two ways to go about basically live streaming 24/7. One is through a VPS server. I'm just giving two off-the-hand suggestions. I don't use them. But two off-the-hand suggestions there. This one is specifically for streaming. They even show like, oh look, they're streaming 24/7. And the second one is just some random one I found. Decent reviews. It's actually pretty good. It's fairly cheap actually. As you can see over here, you can get them like for fairly cheap prices. And basically the thing is, this is like a virtual like private server that you have your own thing in which you can host your own, like you can have your own computer on the side, and it's on 24/7, and you can basically have it on running and whatnot, like doing what you want it to do, whether it's a game, a bot, a freaking live stream, whatever the situation may be. A lot of people usually use it for like different purposes like bots and whatnot. You can obviously use it for this. People usually host their like servers on it to like run their websites. It could be many different items happening basically, but we're going to be speaking live stream specifically. You can either purchase this. They're fairly easy to set up. If it's like Windows or Mac, they're fairly easy to set up. If it's Linux, it gets a bit tricky. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't even know how to use a Linux computer or like set it up, so I would advise against Linux. But if it's Windows, simple. You'll log in it, you can literally download the software and then just stream from there. Log in a YouTube channel and then just stream, let it on. It'll run. You'll get charged monthly like $10, $15, $20, whatever the price range was, and then that's it. You'll be fine on that side and perspective. You won't have to pay. The second, which is what I did, I have a very powerful computer, but I don't even think it mattered that much. Again, it depends on what you're streaming, so that's a huge factor. And my computer was fairly like, again, I have a gaming computer. I have a GTX 1080 Ti. I have like all these like freaking 16 gig RAM. I have an SSD hard drive. It's like all these. It's a gaming rig. I have like some. I don't even remember what the hell I built it with. I just built it like last year, and it's insanely overpowered. So I ran it, and barely like 10% CPU was being used. I was like, yeah, this is crap. I don't know why I would even need a VPS. I was like, good thing I didn't purchase one, because I was just testing something out, and with the live stream. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I don't need to purchase a VPS. This is working. Obviously, I got that community guideline strike, which got removed. You can watch that video as well. No idea why, but I stopped testing. Just want to see what the hell's going on. But yeah. I was able to just do it on my computer, and I tested it on my laptop as well. I have like a crappy laptop, and it worked fine. So I wouldn't suggest, if you're doing like a live stream like I did, you don't have to use anything. You can literally just use a freaking computer. If you have a spare computer on the side, use that. If your PC or laptop is decent and strong, you can probably live stream it 24/7. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. You probably have to pay for the electricity cost. It depends on where you live, obviously. If it's your computer, mine's always on. I didn't care. If it's like your laptop you don't use, you can just plug it in. It won't be that crazy. Again, it depends on what you're trying to get through the live stream. Obviously, if you're trying to get views and grow your channel from there, yeah, like I got a good chunk of views from it. It wasn't actually bad. I was actually fairly happy with the views I was getting. And if you obviously have that in your mind, then go for it. I would highly suggest you to give it a shot. This is the software just to show you what I used to get those to basically use. As you can see, this is a PewDiePie. I still want to work out some kinks in it. I just did it like very high level. You can see how it works. You can just start streaming here. You put in your code from YouTube. I'll show again in the second video. I'll show you how I got that code as well. You just plug it in. I'll show you the settings a bit, how it worked, and then that's it. You live stream it. You don't have to do anything crazy for it. So yeah, it's actually a very simple and easy process to do. And this is basically how you live stream. You can either do it on your computer if you have a decent enough computer. Don't listen to people if they say you need some crazy computer. If you're streaming like a video game or something else, maybe if you're just like regular like this, you definitely don't need anything crazy. So yeah, that is my video on how to get basically stream on YouTube 24/7. If you have any comments or concerns, let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to walk you through. If you have a better way, let me know. That'll obviously help as well. If you ever like the video, give it a thumbs up. It helps a lot. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. And other than that, have a nice day.